Welcome to my channel. Welcome to the beautiful channel. This is amazing video is the preparation of the borehole which I said I'm going to give you. The concluding part, the part 2 of the borehole. Alright? Now what you're looking at here is the first preliminary walk, ground walk, which they are doing. Let me take you back. This is the casing. This is the drilling equipment and the length as it goes into the ground. This area, the genealogy and of this area, civil engineering investigation realized that it's a soft soil and it is not a hard soil. Okay? Now let me take you back to this place. This little excavation is not this borehole. You could see how soft the land is. The man is creating that place for them to put a water that they will use to soften the ground on the spot. The borehole just needs a little space in the compound, not a huge space. The boys are carrying the equipment, the drilling casing that they're using to drill hole down into the ground. So welcome to the amazing channel which I told you about. Welcome, 5 of us, all of us that are online right now.
We're about to start
if you
now.
Just join in, and I said that I'm going to go online the second segment of the part 2 of this amazing borehole preparation. You could see the hole that has been gorged into the ground. Look at that small little corner of the fence. You don't need huge entire space. Now, because the land is soft, we need a manual machine and pours water into the soften the ground. And as you can see, water is now coming out. You could see this is very familiar. Have done a little bit of borehole in the area, and they will tell you the depth of water before you can get water. You see, they've finally got to the bottom of it. Now that's the submersive pump. That pump is not big. See how cylindrical it is? Is the one that takes the water from the ground, and they are putting the pipe that will transport the water into the tank. Look at it. They will let it down inside. It will not get into the water. They just let it down very close to the point where it can absorb the water and push it off. So that green pipe, those blue or green pipe, are the entire length they have to put together, and that will transport the water. That's the one that protects the water from the borehole. This is a cheaper. Well, the area is not difficult to find water, so it's about 45 feet. They're now putting it back. Let me take you back to the beginning. See, now the water, that's the beginning again, right? So this place is the ground preparation. They put the water in this little hole to give them opportunity for them to put that pipe of how they can start the ball, because they need the water to soften the ground. So that place the gentleman was digging is just to give them put the water they need. That it would use like a soft tank, which they will use to be pouring. If you look at the end of the fence, that is where those small cassava plant was planted, and they will use the water while this brown pipe they are carrying on their shoulder is going into the ground. That water softens the soil for it to go right down. You can see that's little space. So they're now you can see they've already poured the ground, the water, they pour water there, and then that's not the borehole. Now look a little bit further. This is where they started digging the borehole. This is where the borehole is. That's where they got the ground. They start digging down. That metal goes into the ground, and you will see the next video. They're drilling, and now they now put the plastic casing into the ground. About 6 of that. Now they're carrying that submersive pump. That's the pump that does that pumps the water up into the tank. So they have to do that. Bolt it to the submersive pump, and then it goes in there. They let it down. They have to use rope. Otherwise, if that goes down, they're not going to be able to pick that pump anymore. That submersive pump is about 60,000 naira now. It used to be 35,000 naira. Original one that will last forever and is waterproof. See, they're now putting the PVC pipe that will transport the water into the overhead tank. You will see the overhead tank in a minute. I'm going to show you. I will show you. Now they bought this tank. This is the tank. Well, before we bought this 1,000 liter tank is the one. Okay, right. The 1,000 liter tank. See, when the ball was finally done, this is how it looks like. When the ball was they preserve it. Sometimes you get a welder to weld it down so that somebody don't come there in the night if you have not moved into the building, so that they don't take away the submersive pump. See, that's how the final work is done. All right, the tank, that's the tank being transported. That's 1,200 liters. That is the one. It's not too big. It's scaffolding, because that sounds 3 flats. This 3 flats on a half plot is the one that they are renting out. The owner is not going to live in there. They just want to use it as a commercial property, just to keep their tenant to have enough amenities. All right. So this is really incredible. Like I said, it's not about what you do. It's about the money that you're going to make from what your money is doing for you. See, you just watch the video, see what they're trying to do. They say there's so much fun when you spend money and you see where your money is being spent on. So begin to think of how you can do it. Come to think of the money that comes into your hand every month. What you can do with the money. Look at it. It's the person who has this building knows that he's seeing the fruit of the money that they are putting together. Saying they are transporting the tank. That's the tank. It doesn't matter, because that's the only way they cannot, because of the terrain of the area. There's no way they can use a forklift to transport the tank. This is the tank. I'm going to show you the same tank that was put on overhead tank. Look at it. They do things manually, but you don't blame them. They have to do things the way they can. They improvise to do things. They try to push that over the fence. Somebody has gone to the other. They're not going to throw it down for it to burst the pipe, to burst the tank. So somebody is on the other side waiting for the man to put it on top of the fence, and somebody's there. They're not going to throw it. You will see it now. Somebody's going to help him on the other side and bring the tank down. And because you can see, just look at that. Somebody's helping him down on that side. That is the tank. That tank is 45,000 naira. And that's Milano there. It has not changed color ever since it's been done. Even though over a year that Milano is already been, that color has been done there. It doesn't change color. If you get the original one, it will not fade out. So just see what they're trying to do. They let the tank down. You can see now on the other side, they bring the tank down now. not leave it suddenly so that it doesn't burst completely. So that is the time it's been down. I think dust. You know, we have dusty places in Nigeria. That's why. But by the time it rains, all these people wash this. That's GP tank. GP is a popular name of tank, and Storex. Two brand names that they melt under the sun. That's the video that we're talking about, and then so from the bowl over here. They are now preparing the scaffolding route. The young man wants to see how the scaffolding was being done. Look at the solidity and the ground that they are prepared for the scaffolding. That's one leg of the scaffolding, another leg of the scaffolding, that's the third one, another leg of the scaffolding, and they use granite, 3/4 granite with cement. Let me just show you there, because the young man came on air the other day and said, "Oh, it's going to be huge wind," because the heavy weight of the I understand what he's talking about. The wind can with what they are the of the scaffolding has this. Look at the heat of the type of scaffolding is going down, and they put it up. They will leave it they left it for 3 days before they can start putting tank on it. They make sure that they look at everything properly. They make sure that it is well solidified before they start to do. Okay, let me just take you back to not that one. This one. Sorry, bear with me. You could see. Oh, sorry, I take you back to this video. No, but it's just to see the whole video from that point as to when the water started gushing out, rushing out, pouring out up to the. That's just the procedure of a normal business. Scaffolding legs. So you have an idea of when they said they want to do your ball. The minimum because this area is not Lagos. Water and Lagos. So I think it's 45 feet. They found 45 feet. Well, something not too very deep, and it's not a well. It's not a well. So that you can see what they've done there. And then let me show you this one as well. This is the scaffolding that went. If you look at this, I'll take you to this again. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm going backward. Look at just bear with me. Sorry. How much it costs to dig one? It depends. How are you, man? It depends on the area, man. Your area. So we will talk. This is an average. To dig this one, it was 100,000 naira, but the tank plus the scaffolding is about 280. Then you see now this scaffolding that they were digging the ground for. This is it. Look at it, and then you now see the clean water because they pumped all the dirty water out. You will see the scaffolding now very solid, and one of the pipe is penetrating onto the side of the wall. There's no wind. Look at that. Look at the preparation. They painted the pipe. See the legs of the scaffolding with that solid concrete which they buried into the ground. So there's no way the wind is going to push this to neighbor. No way. So you will see the water. That was the video prelude which I showed you last time. See the clean water, they've pumped the dirty water out. And if you want to add a little bit extra money, they can get a filter, a water filter, install it. Look at it now. They can install a water filter to see the pressure of the water, very good pressure and clean water. This is just one of the, this was Ogun State, Ogun area. So you can imagine anywhere, there's no way you can not get water out of the desert. If the God that we serve can produce water out of the desert, you see the scaffolding. It's a small little space of the compound. If you don't have big land, this is how they can do it. It's not disturbing anybody. They're not parking any car there. It's not obstructing the movement of people. The reason why they use scaffolding is for easy passage. If they put a concrete there, you know, a place when it rains, there's so much going to be fungus on concrete, on cement, but there's no fungus that's going to stay on scaffolding pipe, metal scaffolding, and people can run easily, escape through, because there's space you can run. You look at the water, see, everything is neat and it's not obstructing, nobody is being injured. But if you have a big, huge concrete in that area, there will be something that will be hiding at the back. There will be something that will be, it's going to look dirty after a while. But look at it, there's so much air space around the edge. You can walk back and front around the compound. So that's the beauty of it. And this is to tell you the mini borehole that can be done. So the compound, the tenant, the owner, they are free. They are always having water, and it will last and last and last. It doesn't. Some borehole will get blocked, but this one, the way it's been done is good. So I'm going to show you another. Bear with me. If it is some difficult, some hard land, I'm going to show you when some places like where the ground is very hard. Some places like very hard, difficult ground. So these ones are highly mechanized drilling. They bring the machine. There's another one I will have shown you. I'm going to bring that different kinds of so this to tell you, it all depends on the geology of the area. The ground surface.
Thank you, Job. Thank you, God, for doing it.
This
borehole drilling in southeast in Edo State. You can see the mantle. You can see everything. You can see this generator motor and the casing pipe. You can see how many the casing is. You can see it. Working process. Working process.
This is Edo State. Bear with me. I'm going to look at to show you further video on that. we are progressing. All right. So I can guarantee you that everything you do, it's worthwhile. Everything you do, it's all progressive. What we do, what we advocate on this channel is progressive. You've got to be progressive. You've got to think of how you can add value to the money that you are. Don't sit. I know sometimes you have to pay bills, you have to pay that. Think about it. In 5 years' time, if you don't do anything, that means there's a progress you delay for 5 years. In 2 years, let's not even talk about 5 years' time. In 2 years' time, if you stay right now for to the next 2 years and you didn't do anything, that means 2 years of slowing, of delaying yourself, 2 years of delaying some progress that could have happened with the money that you are earning. A lot of people, you can't save money. Only saving money, it's good to save money, but at the same time, you still need to add value to that money. So in 2 years' time, in 3 years' time, in 5 years' time, what satisfaction do you want to give yourself? That thank God I did this. Thank God I bought the land. Thank God I built a house. Thank God I bought a piece of half plot of land. Thank God I listened to that advice. Thank God I took that point. Thank God I ran with the information which he told me. Thank God I invested in that place. Thank God I did that. When you look back, you will know that you did not do badly. When you look back in 5 years' time, it doesn't take long. It doesn't, that's how long. 4 years is what it takes to organize a World Cup. 4 years is what it takes to organize an Olympic. So in one Olympic, and most of us, we've wasted some money in the past to some investment that does not yield anything. We have wasted some money. We have put our money in so many frivolous or wasteful ventures that we did never get anything back. So why would you not try and add value to the money? For example, now, because of situation that we found ourselves right now, we have realized that some of us have so much money that we don't use, because we don't go to party for there's no party anymore, there is no ashwebi anymore, there is no place to go and waste some money on it. So that money that you have been able to save right from March to now, why don't you look at it and say, well, I'm going to definitely do something substantial with it. That is what you should be looking at. Come to think of it, visualize something between the now and the new year. In fact, if you have not started doing something, start thinking. When you see things like this, when you begin to see progress that people are making, you begin to wonder, how am I going to do this? It's a spirit of determination. Let me tell you, there is nothing human being cannot do. If they are ready to do something, it's just a matter of determination, it's a matter of commitment. Take a commitment. Push yourself, galvanize yourself, pat yourself in the back, try and cancel some old habits, try and talk to yourself. The prodigal child did not, no pastor spoke to any prodigal child. No pastor spoke to the prodigal child that was in the Bible. He said the man came to himself. He came to himself. What does it mean to come to oneself? He slept and put his 2 hands. Oh, he was on top of his pillow. I said, God, the way my life is going, I don't like it. He came to his own realization. He said, no, I've been staying in this country too much. I've been staying in, what have I achieved? What concrete thing? All I've done is to buy a car, to change my car every year. All I've done is to run morning to night, to do it several hours. All I've done is to change girlfriends. All I've done is to change women. All I've done is to jump from one woman to another. All I've done is to do there's nothing that I can put down as a legacy. And we don't get younger. We get older. So the next 2-3 years, what do you think? How old would you have been? What would you have done? What you have achieved? What would you have done? People are building houses, they're buying lands, they're drilling holes, they're drilling boreholes. You are buying cars, you are buying clothes. You need to stop and talk to yourself and come to realization. The prodigal child said, I am going to go back to my dad. I have suffered too much. I shouldn't be with this. Until you come to that point where I say, I want to stop this. Then you have made a breakthrough in your life. I'm going to stop here. I don't have too much talk tonight. I told you when I came earlier today that I'm going to come live. This is what we are going to do. Please, can you give me some information about that machine that draws out water from the ground? It's submersive pump. It's called submersive pump. So I'm going to stop here. It's not going to be a long one, like I said. Thank you very much, all of you, that you were able to make it within a short test time. There's another video I did earlier on today that was the screening. Hopefully, if I get more videos concerning that screening, well, I might get it across to you before weekend, because I've got something else I'm going to. So I'm going to leave you with this beautiful water that came from the rock, from the sand, just like the God that produced water out of the desert. So I'm closing with this. All of you enjoy, see the clean water, visualize your own projects that you got to this point, how it got to it. We show you the tank, how the tank was being transported. This is the same tank that you saw there now. This tank that you see on the top of the scaffolding, there was no scaffolding. You can see that picture there, that surrounding. There was no scaffolding, but you can see the pipe of the bowl that was already completed. See how rough the company is. There is diamond in the rough. There is diamond in all of you. See the generator, even small generator, is pumping water out. You can see that. See, you'll see when as they get to that point, there's no scaffolding in that area. There's no scaffolding there. See, look at it. See, how small size of the land. Look at it. It's been cut. There's nothing that I said. That's when they were transporting the. I think that video should have been the first. This one should have been the first one. See, and look at it now. Absolutely what you can do. You can do all things. The money you are earning, you are not. This is not rocket science. It's not a rocket science. This is young people. Labor is cheaper. Take advantage of the more at the moment. The exchange rate is 600, over 600 naira for the pound, and over 400 naira for the dollar. Why don't you seize the opportunity? Some people take determination and buy land and borrow money and do the same. If you have 2 cars, go and sell one car, and then begin to look at it. It's just a very straightforward thing. And then you can see that I just need to cut that video, and then you see the scaffolding that was not there before. Everything is being done now. See how it's being done. See the scaffolding. See the water tank that they were rolling is above that scaffolding, and you can see the final analysis of the water gushing out of the ground. Clean, pure water. If not even started cemented yard, even as you can see at this stage of this project, people can actually live conveniently, comfortable in the house because there's water, there's cooker, they can do. Don't worry, your time is coming, but you have to make a great, bold decision in the new year. If you look at it, it's not rocket science. It's a simple, basic application which they've done into the ground. Just sit back and watch that, and I'll close with this. All right. That's a wonderful one. Yes. Good evening, Gloria. How are you? I haven't seen you for a while online. Please, can you give me some information about this? There is submersive pump. There are three different types. Whoever that is going to drill your bore will tell them that you don't want a fake one that will burn out after a couple of years. This one can last for more than 20 years and nothing will happen to you. That's the tank on top of the house. There is no wind. We don't have a hurricane in Nigeria that will push that 1,000 liter water. It will supply the three flats. And then you can even go a step further and put a solar panel on top of that. Whether electricity come or not, the water will be automatically pumped into the tank. So I'm going to stop here today. Once that video runs out, I hope to get more video for you in the next couple of days or weekend. The young man is happy that there's a result coming out of what they have done. Okay, look at this. Happy to gush water out. You're not paying water bill for this. You're not paying any water bill. That is what It's supposed to be, should be independent. You're not paying any water corporation any money. No tax on that. It's your independent lifestyle. That's what you can do. You can think of that.